We have an R1100S. If you notice, the pads on the center stand are turned up like this. This arm has been bent up like this in relation to the stand. You see how the stand is tipped this way instead of this way? Reason being, these screws have likely stripped out. So if we lift this up a little bit, you can see how this whole assembly is just not secured here. And the problem with that is eventually this keeps moving back this way and this arm keeps bending up, and eventually it's just going to snap off and the bike's going to fall over. Or worse, if it's on your lift and you have the rear wheel off or front wheel off, or you know, if it's resting on the center stand and it collapses with no wheel, it's going over. So we're going to remove these bolts and see if we can do something to fix it. It's in tough shape, especially the other side. Alright. So the whole assembly's just floating around.
Because they sleeved it either, did they?
Nope.
No.
So we're going to remove that and try to repair this today. So we have that sleeve is worn out. Is it going to clear the exhaust? Probably not. Fucking assholes. Because that would never wear out, right? Nah, don't pry with that. No, it's just friggin' taller. So I'm gonna need to replace that bushing. Was able to get the left bushing out without removing the exhaust. As we see, this has O-rings. And the O-rings are worn out. So we're going to replace the O-rings and then grease this and put it back together. Alright, that's one O-ring. It's split. You're probably not going to be able to separate these O-rings to remove them. You're going to, or stretch them to remove them. You're going to have to just slice them like I did with this one. So there's that. And same with this one. Just pick through it, split it, and remove it. So just set it right here. And close examination, you know, it's much thinner than it should be. So it's worn out. So we're gonna get two O-rings that fit in here better, grease it and put it back together. So we've replaced the O-rings on this, as you see, compared to the other one. They're a little bit bigger. They will fit into this hole better. And the O-rings also help hold the grease inside in between the two O-rings. So use some high temp grease. Acid brush. Just down here. And paint around. This will ease putting this bushing back into the frame. It will also help it last longer and work better because it's packed with grease. Put a little bit in the hole in the frame also. Put that up, make sure everything gets into it. Bolt here. Bolt is in reasonable condition. I'm going to turn this just right to get it in. that. Now we can, once Chris is done with the other side, we can get this put together. It should work better. Alright, and we have replaced the bolts. We're leaving the springs off for right now. We want to see how this sits. Go ahead down with the jack. Better. It's still kicked forward quite a bit. Both tires are touching the lift. Alright, go back up. Okay, we're going to tie this out of the way. There's a hole on each side. We're going to drill that, tap it, and put a bolt in. And just the distance of the bolt head will be enough to make the stand sit where it should be. And we'll see about tweaking this arm back down a little bit, so it's level. So, a few more minutes. Being that the frame is hollow, we really didn't have the bite that I wanted to put in the bolts in, so we're going to put these in. They'll thread in, but you can't tighten them very much, so we're going to add some JB weld to the base, and that will hold these in, because they're merely stops. That's all we're looking for, is a stop to keep the center stand from moving further forward. Okay, we have our bolts put in with JB weld. I said they're merely stops. Let's see how this all shakes out now. I think that's going to be much, much better. That stand pushed forward. Yeah. That's back to normal. The rear wheel is off the lift slightly, so it turns on its own. This is sitting better. The feet are flat like they're supposed to. Be. Now we need to fix the arm that is sticking up too far. And that's it. So that should be a successful repair. Okay, now that the stand is repaired, we have hammered this arm back while it was down and sitting on the center stand. No more play here. Deploys better. Bike sits better on the center stand, and that's it. So our fix here was just JB welding a bolt on each side to act as a stop that gets the tab on the center stand.